ICE enforcement actions, deportation flights, a push to end birthright citizenship, and now another expansion of President Trump's mass deportation agenda tonight. The White House is asking immigration agents to track down hundreds of thousands of children who entered the U.S. without their parents and remove them from the U.S. NewsNation border correspondent Jorge Ventura joining us live with more on this. Jorge, what are we learning?
Well, Natasha, this is a new initiative by ICE would really make it the first of its kind by targeting unaccompanied minors that entered the U.S. without their parents. I mean, just since 2019, there's been over 600,000 migrant children to enter the U.S. who have received, some have received those deportation orders, while others have been deemed a flight risk. Now, many of these children, majority coming from Mexico and Central America, have been fleeing violence and extreme poverty. Now, the Trump administration is targeting these children under a new ICE memo obtained by Reuters, which categorizes them based on their risk level, whether they miss court hearings, pose a public safety concern, or were released to sponsors who are not their blood relatives. This concern now has the enforcement actions, how it will impact families. NewsNation has been following the story of a 4-year-old girl from Honduras who crossed the border all alone and arrived in Maverick County, Texas. She was carrying nothing but a note and her mother's name. She eventually did reunite with her mother after weeks in federal custody, but for thousands of others, reunification with their parents never happens. Immigration advocates say this is why the Trump administration's latest move is raising alarms that the administration argues that this policy will prevent human trafficking and fraud. However, ICE agents have also been directed to use household addresses from unaccompanied minors to target other unaccompanied adults living with them. With DNA testing now being expanded, officials say they are investigating over 200,000 tips related to fraud, trafficking, and smuggling. And Natasha, when we did meet that 4-year-old girl and her mother in South Carolina, I did actually ask the mother if she received deportation orders, if she would go back with her daughter. She says yes. It's likely that they could now be targeted under this new ICE initiative, Natasha.
I appreciate you following up on that. And meanwhile, Jorge, we're also hearing that Mexico's president is speaking out against a potential U.S. invasion of Mexico. What can you tell us about that?
So Mexico President Claudia Sheinbaum is now speaking out against any authorized Mexican military action on Mexican soil. This comes after the U.S. State Department did now declare 6 Mexican cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. She says that this will now invade Mexico's sovereignty. Some of those cartels included now is the Sinaloa cartel, Jalisco Nueva Generación, Cartel del Noreste, and La Nueva Familia Michoacana. U.S. officials say that this designation expands their abilities to crack down on cartel finances and operations. Even Elon Musk tweeting this new terrorist organization cartels opened up to drone strikes by U.S. military. Meanwhile, the CIA is now increasing surveillance flights over Mexico. While those drones aren't armed right now, U.S. officials are not ruling out the possibility of future strikes. President Mexican Claudia Sheinbaum did make it clear that Mexico will not accept any military action from the U.S., saying, quote, cannot be the opportunity for the U.S. to invade our sovereignty. Sheinbaum called for coordination, not subordination, and announced plans for constitutional reforms to reinforce Mexico's sovereignty. Even as tensions rise, Mexico has allowed U.S. drones to continue surveillance operations, and reportedly as part of a compromise to avoid Trump's threatened tariffs on Mexican goods. This is also coming now. We have CIA spying in Mexico, but Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum says that she wants to work in collaboration with the United States, also pressuring Trump to stop the flow of arms reaching those Mexican cartels, Natasha.
Jorge Ventura with that live report from McAllen, Texas tonight. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.